Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see, the car is all back together now. Yes, the car does run. So the car runs now. I'm going to go through real quick and just show you what the issue was. Still have like these boxes don't like to fully sit down because of the harnesses for the injectors and for the flex kit. So they don't like to go all the way down, but that's all right. But yeah, so the issue, guys, was something I knew I had to replace eventually, but didn't realize anything because I didn't get a code for it at the moment because I pretty much cleared them. But I knew I had it before, but here it is. Yep, O2 sensors. So these are the OEM O2 sensors for this. I don't know if you can see right there it is. The little kind of Mercedes emblem on it. These were the genuine from the factory O2 sensors. These had just over 154,000 miles on them. These were the upstream ones, the ones that are actually like mandatory to work. But so that was actually the reason why this whole bank was going haywire. And apparently it happens when an O2 sensor goes out completely. And on the w211, the platform, you have to reset the adaptions for it to relearn like the program and stuff for the O2 sensors to calibrate. And when I put the new battery in the back, it reset the system, but it must have reset it with a bad O2 sensor. And doing that, obviously, it added the tuner. When I sent him a log, it was saying it was putting an extra 25% fuel on this bank. And it shouldn't have been doing that because it was going haywire. And then the electrical for the coils and everything, it would make those go haywire as well. So it just makes everything go completely crazy. And I put those in. I did start it up. I ran it down the road a little bit, and I ended up getting another check engine light for the misfires. And that's when I called the tuner back up and explained what was going on again, and for me to reset the adaptions on the car once again. And since I didn't have star to reset it, you can do use star, or you can unhook all the batteries on the car. And he gave me a little procedure with it. So you go into the trunk, unhook both terminals, and then I unhooked the front battery too for the interior stuff. I just unhooked the negative for it, and then get in the car and push on the brake pedal for about 30-40 seconds, and that'll help deplete the electric faster in the car. And then after that, go ahead and go back to the trunk and get both of the battery terminals and touch them together. It's going to be kind of a hard, you have to stretch them a little bit to get to them, but you touch them together for a few seconds, and that'll help just deplete everything much quicker instead of just letting it sit overnight or something. And then let it sit for about an hour, and then hook it all back up, and then go drive the car. Just be easy on it, let it relearn itself, and then it worked. So the AFRs were working accurately now. I was actually getting readings like I should on idle and wide open throttle. So everything is working. I did scrap the old catch can, this one, because it was, I don't like this little filter thingy on here because it was just all the steam and stuff coming out of there was just coming out of this and just kind of like getting everything wet inside the engine bay, which I didn't like. I didn't appreciate it. So instead of doing a catch can, I went with an oil air separator instead, and I'm running it back through so it goes back into the intake. So it's just recirculating it now again, but we're catching all the nasty stuff that doesn't need. I like that a little bit better. Yeah, I had to run some extra tubing to it, but oh well. This will work much better. I just had a Y connector coming from the small 3/8 line and kind of made it flare out a little bit to it. And the other end was a 5/8 coming off of the big hose to that one, to the bottom side of it. and then they both just go straight through here into the in, and then one out, back up and around underneath, right into the back of the box where the original one went. I'm doing that. So that's the way I routed this one. So it seems like it's gonna work pretty good. Um, I got a new, when I did a leak down test, I did have a little bit of a leak coming from the plate that's hooked to the actual supercharger, the snout, I guess it is. It was leaking on the side of it just a little bit. So I did order, instead of just using like a gasket maker, I ordered two new just gaskets, actual gaskets for the throttle body, one for the bottom, one for the top one. So then I can just completely just do that correctly, so I don't have to keep using that stupid like paste crap and whatnot. I don't like using that anymore. And also I went ahead and ordered a new fuel pressure regulator on the rail. So I know that it's pretty old, so I just went ahead and just got a brand new one of those as well. So since I have to take it off anyway, might as well just do that, finish up whatever little bits and pieces for the fuel that I can, and then yeah, so right now it is all finished. The car does run and drive. It drives pretty good right now. It still spins those R888s pretty good. I'm still breaking those in a little bit, but I just put another update tune back on the car. He sent me a new update, and I think it was number 8 now. Just kind of just fine tuning things, and I sent him over another log, so I'll get back to you guys once I figure out if it needs a slight more adjustment, because it did seem like the car didn't have as much power as it did before all this other stuff I'd done to it. So it may need some more tweaking a little bit there, but overall it does run really good now. At least it's running, which I'm very happy about. And then hopefully later on, if things go good, I will be sending off the supercharger to get a rebuild on it too, because it definitely is definitely could use a freshen up for sure. And then when I do that, I can have all these painted, the valve covers painted, put new gaskets on them, kind of do a nice refresh of all the gaskets and paint things up, make it look nice and pretty. But yeah, guys, that was the issue, a O2 sensor, which I did order those off of, they were from O'Reilly's. I got the next day shipping on them. They were the Bosch ones, same plug style, everything. So you just plug them in and go. Those were, I bought both of them, did both at the same time, which just do them both, don't just do one. Those were, I think it was about $240 for the set of them. So it's a little pricey, but not terrible for how much it does for the car. So if anybody has an issue like that on pretty much any vehicle, especially on the W211 platform, if you're just getting multiple misfires on one specific bank, then they're most likely, if you replaced all the other stuff in them, you're gonna have to go to the O2 sensor, which is a pretty simple fix. It literally only took me like 2-3 minutes to do after jacking the car up. It's very easy to do, but that fixed everything. I'm very happy that it's all running now. We figured it out. Thank goodness. But yeah, guys, this is it for the moment. I'll get another video of doing some other of this stuff, putting some gaskets and things on, and then we'll go out and take a rip on her. And hopefully you guys like these videos, and I'll catch you on the next one.